Good morning, Team Green. We're coming to you from 21 Industrial Boulevard, the home of PJ Fitzpatrick, and we're really excited to spend some time with you guys today. We're coming off a record June, and July is off to a hot start, so we have a lot to cover today. We've got stars and studs from June, we've got PJ by the numbers for June, as well as for the second quarter. We have a fantastic interview with Marcy Baker, the VP of Finance from Mr. Fix-It, our new partner in Virginia. We've got priority reviews, initiative reviews, as well as a great charity update from Peter, and we're also going to get a chance to be introduced to some of that new swag that we had at our fashion show last month. So let's jump into it with our stars and studs from June. Teresa?
Thanks, James. I'm so excited to introduce our stars and studs from June. It's always my favorite thing, so let's get right to it.
Well, congratulations to all our stars and studs. You absolutely earned it. So I'm going to talk about our favorite thing, the numbers. We're going to talk about both June and then the second quarter as a whole. So starting at the top, our call center received over 18,000 inbound calls and made over 47,000 outbound calls. They booked 6,158 leads as well as 1,911 repair appointments. Our sales team converted those leads into 1,393 sold customers, and our service team completed 1,359 repairs while also referring 287 customers over to sales. Our production team installed 188 homes with roofs, 105 homes with gutters or clean gutter systems, 53 homes with siding and trim, 202 homes with windows and doors, and 597 homes with a jacuzzi bath system. While doing all of the above, our teams received 505 Review Buzz reviews with a total of 175 employees mentioned. Amazing. Now let's jump into the quarter. These numbers are starting to get hard to read. Starting at the top, our call center received 51,000 inbound calls and made over 143,000 outbound calls. They booked almost 17,000 sales leads as well as 6,000 repair appointments. Our sales team converted those leads into just under 4,000 customers, and our service team completed 4,157 repairs while also referring 971 customers over to sales. Our production team installed 525 homes with roofs, 252 homes with gutters and/or clean gutter systems, 130 homes with siding and/or trim, 541 homes with windows and/or doors, 1,757 homes with a jacuzzi bath system. While doing all of the above, our teams received 2,267 Review Buzz reviews with a total of 561 employees mentioned. Holy cow, I didn't know we had that many employees. Great job, everybody. Incredible month and an incredible quarter.
Last month, we had a chance to sit down with Mark Binstock, the president and second generation owner of Mr. Fix-It, a 55-year-old business in Virginia that has recently partnered with PJ Fitzpatrick. Today, I'm excited to have a chance to speak with Marcy Baker, their VP of Finance. Let's jump into the interview because we have a lot to cover. Can you tell us a little bit more about your background and what actually brought you into the home improvement industry?
Sure. So I'm originally from Pittsburgh, grew up in Pittsburgh, went to college in Virginia. So that brought me to Virginia, and then met my husband there and went to school for accounting. So then I spent 5 years in public accounting doing tax and audit. And then I wanted to move to the private sector. And I had an interview with Mark at Mr. Fix-It. And he said, and I told him rather, I was looking for something interesting. And he said, I'll promise to always make it interesting for you. And he has certainly delivered on that promise every day. So he likes to remind me that he has always kept that promise.
what are some of the biggest changes you've seen over the past 14 years?
From 2020, we ended the year, closed the year at 6 million. By the end of the year in 2022, we closed the year at 19 million. So those few years were, we saw a lot of changes. We went from about 40 employees to about 80 employees. We added on some new departments, added on our customer care or PC department, also added on our call center department. So whereas it used to be, me answering the phone and Martina answering the phone, and us, setting appointments and talking to the customers, we had to let go of some of that and have these new departments and work with this new structure. We also added a new location at that time. And then also we had to scale up, and we had to scale up. That meant scaling up our systems. So we switched up or changed up our accounting system, our payroll system, our CRM. So it happened at a pretty quick pace. And that was the most change in the shortest amount of time.
What are some of the key ways you've helped shape the company's financial stability and growth over the years?
If you don't have good controls, then your financial information isn't sound. If your financial information isn't sound, then you're looking off of reporting and numbers that aren't accurate, and then you're making bad decisions. So we want to try to keep everything as clean as possible, and I want to deliver those, by the 10th of the month to our leaders here, so we can make really good decisions off of accurate information.
What were some of the challenges you faced in your role?
Communication, growth, change, those things I think are just innately challenging to a lot of people, myself included. So that means a lot of kind of self-work, work on yourself, see how you can communicate with others better. And also, as we grew, what does that look like with communication to each person one-on-one, but also as to the larger group, letting go, training up managers to be really great managers. You can't do everything all on your own. So you have to train really great people and work with really great people, and they have to be able to trust you, and you all have to be able to trust each other. So I think that was some of the challenge, was letting go and watching other people thrive. But that has been just absolutely amazing and wonderful to watch.
As we embark on this new journey, what are some of the things about Mr. Fix-It, the culture, the values that you're particularly proud of and that you hope that can carry forward into PJ?
Teamwork and, having that human to human kind of connection among our employees, but not just our employees, for our for everybody that we work with. If we have that human to human connection with each other and understand each other, all the different personalities, then that carries through to our work, and it carries through to our customers, and our customers really appreciate it too. Also, along with teamwork, integrity, we hold that very dear, and I know that's also one of PJ's core values. So very excited that we will be able to continue that. With integrity, if you have a product that you can stand behind, then the rest comes very naturally. It's just easier to have something you can stand behind and be honest and open. So
55 years is a long time for any business. And I would venture to guess it's a very, very, very small percentage of the businesses that can say that they've had that type of longevity. From your perspective, what allowed Mr. Fix-It to be successful for such a long period of time?
I think it does go back to some of those same core values with integrity. Mark's dad, Mayor Binstock, the way he ran the business, just with that integrity, and a little bit of fun too, which I know is another one of PJ's core values. He instilled that into Mark, and then Mark instilled that into me and Jason. So that's something that we then, work with our team members about as well.
What value do you feel that you're going to bring to the table that is going to help us be better as an organization?
Well, what I love to do is to smooth out processes, free people from frustration, because I feel like that makes people's lives better, and it makes people happier, and it also makes things more efficient, things work better. So it's a win-win, and that's what I want to kind of bring, just that kind of happiness of releasing frustration from processes, and things that can just continue to continue to better things, people and processes.
What's most exciting for you about joining PJ?
So many things. There's just so much potential now. Everybody at PJ has been so very warm and welcoming, and you all have such a huge knowledge base. So I'm very excited to just continue to learn. And the people I have met, I've already learned so much from. So just really looking forward to all of the opportunities for the folks over here. And hopefully we can help with opportunities with the rest of the PJ family. So all of those opportunities for growth and learning, very excited about that, and to see what all this holds for everybody.
What message would you like to share with the PJ Fitzpatrick team as we move forward together?
Just thank you so much for being so warm and welcoming. We are all very excited here in the Richmond and Norfolk offices, and we can't wait to see where this takes us.
You've heard me say it often. Our success to date has not been accidental, it's been intentional. And at the root of that intention is the way that we plan, the way that we commit to an outcome that we all are striving to achieve, and the way that we work together throughout the year to be able to achieve it. We've got some amazing priorities that are taking focus for the third quarter, including 2 focus points which weren't company priorities for the first and second quarter. I'm excited for you guys to learn more about them, so let's jump right into it.
Hi everyone, my name is Tom Schneider, ETA and Purchasing Supervisor, filling in for Brett. At PJ Fitzpatrick, we pride ourselves on being efficient, reliable, and customer focused. But to maintain that standard and raise the bar, we're making it a top priority to get our inventory accuracy to 100%. Why? Because inventory accuracy drives everything. Our scheduling, our profitability, and most importantly, our ability to deliver for our customers without delay or compromise. We've identified a lot of gaps that are keeping us from hitting that 100%, but I want to touch on the 3 most important gaps that have been identified. First, inconsistent warehouse practices. That means materials being received, stored, or pulled in different ways depending on who's working or what shift they're on. That inconsistency causes errors, confusion, and wastes time. Second, lack of material accountability outside the warehouse. Once materials leave the warehouse, they still need to be tracked. Whether it's for installs, service calls, or returns, we need to know where things go, what gets used, and what comes back. And third, we need a stronger culture of inventory awareness across the entire company. Inventory accuracy isn't just a warehouse issue, it's a company-wide responsibility. Every team member plays a role in handling materials, reporting usage, and preventing loss. So here's the plan. We've assembled a committee consisting of team members from all areas of our business to collaborate, strategize, and revamp or rewrite our current SOPs to solve each identified gap. Our goal is to create consistency and reinforce structure of standardizing all warehouse procedures, tighten up tracking once materials leave the warehouse, and roll out company-wide training to raise awareness and build ownership at every level. Getting to 100% won't happen overnight, but we will get there with clarity, consistency, and teamwork. Let's all stay focused, stay accountable, and make inventory accuracy something PJ Fitzpatrick is known for.
Good morning, everyone. Paul Sweeney here, COO of PJ Fitzpatrick, and I'm here to talk to you today about the integration of Mr. Fix-It into the PJ family. Now, I'm excited to be leading this third quarter initiative for a few reasons. The first, when you look at Mr. Fix-It, it's almost like looking at PJ Fitzpatrick in the past. Their culture, their core values, and their focus on people and customer align so well with our company, and they look like us, but just 10 years ago. Maintaining that culture and the values that has made Mr. Fix-It such a great place to work is going to provide the type of continuity that's going to be needed for a very smooth transition. Secondly, we want to leverage Mr. Fix-It's strong reputation in the market. This partnership is going to provide us with a very powerful springboard to expand deeper and more quickly into the Virginia market. And finally, Mr. Fix-It's existing partnership with Jacuzzi is already in place, and that offers us a turnkey solution to allow us to more quickly grow new products. We don't have to focus on establishing a bath market. Our product is already there. That's going to allow us to get to the other parts, the other products, the other market areas, and it's going to allow us to be successful, I think, a little bit quicker. So when you look at how we're going to do this, the key objectives of the priority is obviously to make sure everybody has clarity on their role. Everybody has been given the training on the new operating system, the procedures, everything as it relates to being a PJ employee. Now, the big thing is the migration of the data, the telephony, all the customer information is going to be coming off their system, and it's going to be mapped over to ours, Service Titan, by September 1st. We're going to be having repair in the markets as a great lead into other products, and we're going to be leading with the roof product as a new product for the Virginia market. By October 1st, we want to be at $2.25 million in revenue, and have it set up that by the end of this year, from when we sign the agreement with Mr. Fix-It, we're going to have generated an incremental $5.75 million for that company. And then we're going to be set for 2026 to be able to produce at a minimum $2.5 million per month. Now, how are we doing so far? Overall completion rate with all the things we have in place is standing at almost 40%. All the sub priorities that we have, they're on pace. 92% of where we should be, we are. Now you see 43 tasks, there could be 1,000 there. But the key things that we want to work on and make sure that we hit in terms of time frame are those 43, and we're standing at 44%. The overall status is definitely a super green. Some of the wins we had, that team down in Virginia, the enthusiasm and the excitement about seeing growth and opportunity is off the charts. We've already found processes within the Mr. Fix-It market that we're going to adopt. It's not all about just pushing what we have. It's about understanding where we have opportunities. And we've already found improvements in certain procedures and certain pricing elements within their business that we're going to adopt within PJ Fitzpatrick. We've already put out a consistent price increase. We've already started to put people in new roles. Training has already aggressively started. What are some of the risks that we have? Well, the early recruitment launch, we've already started looking at where we can find roofing installers, where we can start to train some of our HICs. We have a new product down there that we've never been exposed to. Mr. Fix-It works with a company called Pentec, and they do garage floor covering. It's pretty amazing, and it offers the ability for us to look at how can we look at the whole garage area of someone's home to say what are some opportunities. So we're real excited about that. We're going to continue to test it in that market and see how best to be able to introduce it to some of our other markets. There's a little bit of overlap between some of our markets, DCA or Washington, D.C. They serve some of the Northern Virginia market. We want to make sure that we're making the right decision from a marketing perspective, from a capacity perspective, and drive time to make sure that we have everything aligned within the market it should be. And finally, Virginia is a commonwealth, and you have to understand that as a commonwealth, the state doesn't dictate those requirements. Each individual municipality has the ability to dictate terms for their licensing. So we want to be in front of that, and that's something we are definitely with visibility. Now, when you look at some of the charts and some of the measures of success, we want to continue to see how Mr. Fix-It aligns with our KPIs, aligns with our capacity, and aligns with our future growth plans. And I'm really happy to say that they understand them, they embrace them, and they're starting to already accelerate to some of the expectations that we have of them. When you look at capacity, that's a big thing. We want to make sure to get the revenue, you got to have the people on board to do it. The second slide, the current daily performance metrics, What we're doing here is we're trying to see over time how Mr. Fix-It in their reporting and how they approach the business is starting to close the gap to meet our expectations and our KPIs. And I'm happy to report that they are definitely showing some significant progress very, very quickly. Amanda and her recruiting team, boy, I tell you, they are definitely soldiers. They're in there really grinding it out, trying to find opportunities. And they've already started to see success with bath installers and our call center representatives. We will expect to be able to complete additional build outs for capacity as we go for the weeks ahead. And finally, let's understand how our approach to any integration, how it impacts the people of that organization. So we're going to be doing regular anonymous surveys to make sure that people understand they have a voice and we have the ability to correct ourselves going forward. So I'm really excited. We've got a great team, and I'm looking forward to giving you some updates on a successful launch. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Amanda Kleiman, Director of Human Resources, and I'm excited to share with you my Q3 2025 company priority, employee engagement focus to reduce turnover by 41.6% to 35.3% by the end of Q4. In onboarding and engagement, our Coach Rookie program continues to thrive, pairing new hires with experienced coaches each month. To elevate that experience, we're working on implementing a centralized engagement platform to better manage these pairings and ensure a smooth, connected onboarding journey. We're also nearing completion of our benchmarking project to ensure our compensation practices align with both industry and regional standards. In addition, this quarter, we'll be forming an employee engagement task force to help review the quarterly engagement survey results and launch new initiatives based on those insights. A follow-up survey will help us measure our impact and continue improving. In recruiting and hiring, we've restructured our recruiting strategy to focus on specific regions. Each recruiter now owns a market, allowing for sharper, more localized efforts. We are also excited to announce that Workable, our new applicant tracking system, is now fully implemented. All hiring managers have been trained and can now access candidate profiles, resumes, disc results, and recruiter notes, putting more control into their hands. With the growth of the company, we are prepared to hire and onboard 2 more recruiters to support our expansion. This quarter, we're placing a strong emphasis on sales retention, making sure our teams feel supported, motivated, and set up for success from day one. We're starting by reviewing the sales schedule to explore adjustments that could enhance work-life balance. To help new sales hires feel more connected from the start, we'll be launching monthly group chats between new team members and their managers, offering support and guidance during those critical first weeks. We're also enhancing our Motivosity Rewards program with a greater focus on the sales team to recognize and celebrate their achievements more frequently. In Q3, we'll be revamping the sales recruiting and interview process to ensure consistency across markets and to set the right expectations with candidates from the very first conversation. And to keep the energy level high across all teams, we'll be hosting quarterly motivational speakers, bringing inspiration and encouragement directly to our sales force. We are also launching 2 exciting competitions designed to drive performance and team spirit. Q3 sales competition will be focusing on using our red, yellow, green, and super green scoring systems. Each market will form teams and compete based on their performance metrics throughout July and August. The top performing team will win a team outing of their choice. Another competition is our Summer Survivor Series, a high-energy, high-stakes sales challenge that turns performance into a game of strategy, collaboration, and determination. This is all about driving results and having a little fun while we do it. Our learning and development team is building out a comprehensive 1-year training program for the sales team, designed to provide ongoing support and development throughout the first year of employment. This structured approach will help ensure long-term success and retention. To meet the growing demand, we'll be expanding the L&D team by onboarding a second sales trainer and an additional L&D specialist by the end of Q3. Lastly, we are scheduling an external interview training course for all hiring managers to be completed by the end of the quarter, helping us maintain consistency and quality in our hiring practices across the organization. In Start Stop Keep this quarter, we are scheduled to meet with the New Jersey, New York, Pittsburgh, and CAP teams. It's been a strong Q2, and we're building momentum. With your feedback, your dedication, and a growing focus on engagement, we're on track for an even stronger Q3. Thanks for everything you do. Let's keep moving forward together.
Hello, I'm Greg McGinley, CFO here at PJ Fitzpatrick. For the first 2 quarters of 2025, we set gross profit as a company priority. The goal has been to achieve consistent blended GP of 52%. We will continue this priority into Q3. While it seems simple, consistent performance requires deliberate and aligned efforts. During Q2, we have continued to meet weekly to review individual job level performance as well as strategies to ensure successful outcomes. I am pleased to report that we have achieved our goal of 52% GP for the second quarter. We have seen strong, consistent results in our bath and roofing business. The window and door business has been increasingly strong, but we have some opportunity to improve both the profitability as well as the consistency of this business. Siding is a growing piece of our business, and as we have seen strong profits in this area, there is still some opportunity to be more consistent. During Q2, we have also identified some operational opportunities that will help us track our inventory and material costs. Closing the gap in our material handling processes will allow us to make improvements, improve our consistency, and avoid surprises later on. Our focus in Q3 will no doubt be on consistency and continuous improvements in our processes that will allow us to achieve the results that we are looking for.
Hi, I'm John Huxtable, General Manager of New York Operations. Our Q3 priority was to have the New York market achieve $5.9 million in production revenue with a blended gross profit of 52%, with 80% coming from bath and 20% coming from full line. Our 3 main focuses for the quarter were procuring all 3 licenses in each jurisdiction, getting all full line services up and running, as well as to increase our bath install capacity. While we were successful at launching the full line service, we fell short by only securing 2 out of our 3 licenses needed, and we saw very little growth in our bath production capacity. Even with some challenges, we produced $4.9 million in production revenue, outpacing $4.5 million in sales, and this is the first time in New York history that production actually beat out sales. As a company, we did experience some uncontrollable headwinds affecting consumer buying behavior, but New York sales remain strong with an average ticket above $18,000 and a solid gross profit north of 60%. At the midpoint of the year, we have a shortfall of $1.3 million that we will strive to make up for in the 3rd and 4th quarter. So, as we move into quarter 3, we prioritized achieving a revenue budget of $7.8 million with a year-end goal of $3.7 million EBITDA on $26.5 million for the year. In this quarter, it is absolutely critical that we lock down that Nassau County license. We also need strong recruitment effort. We need to bring aboard and secure 5 additional HICs, 5 bath apprentices, as well as a new production manager to help us support these lofty goals. With Patrick's help, I'm excited to announce that Repair Division is going live in August, and I look forward to seeing that add to our bottom line. We'll continue to work with Teresa and Larry to make sure we have marketing aligned to drive the results needed. And once we do finalize that last license, I'm going to work with Dan Perkins to make sure we implement permit flow to really help streamline the whole production process. Finally, I want to thank everyone for their continued support during this transition. And once again, welcome Mr. Fix-It to this thriving organization. Thank you all, and I look forward to sharing the Q3 results in a couple of months.
Those were some great priority updates. Thanks, team. Now let's jump over to initiatives. We've talked about it before. Priorities are our quarterly sprints, the things that we want to focus on during that 90-day period 4 times per year. Initiatives are the yearly marathon, what we strive to be by the end of the year, what we want to be capable of before the end of the year. So let's jump into these initiatives that are being worked on very aggressively behind the scenes while the company priorities are the focus for the quarter.
Hello, Greg McGinley here once again to talk about our annual initiative of cash management. As a reminder, in 2025, we have established cash management as an annual initiative. The goal of cash management is to maximize the cash that the business retains while we achieve the results that we plan for. When you get down to it, cash management all comes back to take ownership. When we all treat PJ like it is our own business, we exemplify this core value. The first step is about achieving profitability. Beyond the normal goals of delivering profits, cash management is also about managing our assets and ensuring that the profits aren't leaking out of the bucket. The two assets that we can influence in our daily jobs are accounts receivable and inventory. In Q2, our production team has really created consistency around collecting from our customers the day of install. As a result, we have decreased our overall AR by over $800,000. The second area we have focused on has been to reduce our inventory levels. While we have not reduced our inventory, we have been able to fuel our growth without increasing inventory, which has been a win. Our goal each quarter has been to achieve cash conversion of 85%. In Q2, we were able to achieve conversion rate of 99%, due in large part to the attention to these two areas. We will continue to focus on AR and inventory in Q3 for the purpose of achieving this ongoing goal. I look forward to giving you another update next time.
Hi, I'm Teresa Ernst, Chief Marketing Officer, with an update on the Raw to Close annual initiative. We had mixed results for the quarter. We missed our 17% add to sales ratio goal by 1 point, but exceeded our issue lead goal of 13,796 leads. We are going to maintain our targets of 17% add to sales ratio and 11% higher issued leads for Q3, which means we need at least 13,722 leads issued in Q3. Most of our Q3 child priorities are continuing on from Q2. We are going to increase our inbound set rate target to 76% since the call center crushed the goal and ended Q2 at 75% versus a goal of 73%. We're leaving the issue rate goal at 73% since we did not make any progress and remained at 65%. The call center will continue to focus on BALTO rebuttal prompt targets, increase outbound campaigns, reduce speed of answer, expand channel automation campaigns, and improve speed to lead. We'll be implementing additional technology and AI tools to help facilitate achieving our targets. Sales will be maintaining their NSLI goals of 4,950 for bath, 4,399 for windows and doors, and 5,513 for full line. Sales is off to a great start at 101% to goal. Marketing will continue testing lead aggregators, hire for our events team, test additional creative, and expand the referral program. We're excited to continue pushing forward and are thankful for everyone's input and help in supporting the PJ customer journey. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jason Phillips, Vice President of Production, and my Q3 priority is to achieve revenue of $7.8 million with an EBITDA of 9.6%. Before we get into the main area of focus for the third quarter, I want to take a minute and highlight some great achievements from our second quarter. In Q2, we saw Luke Sherman successfully go through his onboarding training as our new CAP Bath production manager and has since taken total control of the team and doing a terrific job. We saw Dan Perkins wrap up all of his compliance concerns within the CAP region and while launching permit flow throughout the majority of the company. Now Dan has focused his attention on transitioning New York City to permit flow and eventually our new markets in Richmond and Hampton Roads. Teresa Ernst and her amazing marketing team developed a formula-based spend on HIC staffing to support the needs of what we have. The end result for sales in Q2, as much of this focus was in full line as well as windows and doors, were net sales approaching $2.5 million. Compare that to what the CAP sales team sold in the previous 6 months for full line of windows and doors was $2.2 million. What does that all mean? We sold $300,000 more in the last 3 months than in the previous 6 months combined. Great job, team. Now, regarding the third quarter, we are heavily focused the majority of our attention on recruiting as well as sales skill development to further improve our results. The recruiting team has been tasked to recruit for our ability to hire 10 additional HICs this quarter. Tom Stover, our sales manager in CAP, is going to be scheduling 27 small group sales training sessions this quarter, all while conducting 27 field rides to help support our sales team. Dan Perkins and Luke Sherman will be conducting monthly technical training sessions with the sales team to provide technical skills to help overcome difficult questions customers may have from the construction side of the business and build additional trust within the sales consultant. On the production side, we are looking to increase our bath installation team to 8 crews by the end of the quarter, which will allow us to install up to $2.2 million in bath installations within a month. Patrick McWegan is looking to add 3 additional repair technicians this quarter, not only to help drive the repair revenue, but to refer tremendous leads over to our sales team. When we accomplish all of these tasks, we will exceed the goals that we need to achieve. I look forward to reporting our results next quarter. See ya.
Hi team, Jeremy McKinney, Vice President of Sales Operations here to give you a quick update on the Q2 and Q3 sales priorities. We had a strong Q2, not just in results, but in building the kind of structure that is going to support long-term growth. I want to take a moment to recognize a few major milestones and preview what's ahead for Q3. Let's start with the biggest initiative from last quarter, the complete redesign of the HIC coach program. We took a hard look at both the compensation and job expectations, and we rebuilt both to make sure our coaches are rewarded for working hard to help their teams win. With this new structure in place, we're already seeing stronger alignment, higher engagement, and a better platform for developing the next generation of sales leaders. In June, we hosted our first ever HIC Coach Summit in Newcastle. It was a great day of aligning, learning, and fun. We're already working on our Q3 Summit. Speaking of leadership, we also made some exciting moves on the team. We filled our Northern New Jersey full-line sales manager position with a very familiar and trusted name, O'Day Macdisi. O'Day has been a standout as an HIC coach, and we're excited to see him step into this next chapter. We also promoted 2 longtime leaders to regional directors of sales, Josh Radolski, formerly our senior sales manager, and Brian McCrory, who led our channel sales program. Both Josh and Brian have consistently delivered results while developing strong, capable teams. And we're confident that they'll help lead our organization to greater heights. Now let's talk about what's coming in Q3. This quarter, we're focused on alignment and readiness. By building repeatable processes and standardizing our product and sales training, we're laying the groundwork to scale and grow more effectively. We know that a consistent, effective message not only boosts close rates, it also speeds up the cross-training process, which is critical as we work to make every HIC a subject matter expert. To support that, we're launching a cross-training certification program. This will ensure every HIC is fully trained and confident in each presentation before running leads. This structure gives our consultants more tools to succeed, gives our customers a better experience, and ultimately drives better results. As we continue to grow, bringing in the right consultants is essential, not only to meet our customer demand, but to protect the work-life balance of our current teams. Some of our very best hires have come from internal referrals. You know what it takes to thrive here, and your recommendations matter. If you know someone who would be a great fit, send them our way. Our recruiting team is ready to connect. Let's stay focused, stay sharp, and keep building on the momentum. Let's make Q3 our best quarter yet.
Hey everyone, Patrick McWigan, the Director of Repairs and Post-Install Operations, here to share our Q3 plans for our annual initiative, Expanding the Repair Team. The primary goal is to grow the team to run repair leads everywhere sales does, while maintaining a $1.1 million combined revenue annual run rate per technician, and produce $6.64 million in revenue in 2025. As always, success here is dependent on three key inputs: recruiting, marketing, and performance. So let's review some of the important measurables for Q3. We're targeting $1.65 million in repairs, maintaining that $1.1 million combined revenue annual run rate, and we'll need to increase repair expert headcount by 6, along with some other KPIs to keep us aligned with the big prize. It's still very early in the quarter, but here's where we stand. So far for repair revenue, just $164,000, which is 80% to our goal to pace. Headcount, we do have 3 technicians in training, but we're still looking for those 3 plus 6 more to join the team this quarter. UCF, which is usable capacity fill, has been great. Marketing and Mother Nature have been doing a good job keeping us busy. Close rate's not looking that great. It is still very early, but we do have a lot of education planned this quarter for our repair experts to help them get to that yes more often than not. Revenue per opportunity is looking pretty good at 97%. Marissa Davis is doing a phenomenal job following up on unsold repair estimates, pacing for the year at $711,000, which is phenomenal, which is way more than what we planned on when we started this project. Still, we're looking for her to do a little bit more and get to $725,000 as an annual run rate. Combined revenue per technician, that run rate is looking really good at $1.16 million, which is ahead of pace. So we're adding technicians, we're filling the schedule, and we're generating revenue efficiently, which is the goal here. The last KPI is counties open. So this does not include our new friends joining the team from Mr. Fix-It. It's every county that is currently part of the sales territory except for that area. Currently, repair is able to run leads in 89 of the 105 of those counties. The biggest area so far that we have not opened for repair is the New York market, but we do have a repair expert in training right now who'll be active at the end of July, allowing us to open up those 3 counties. For the quarter so far, I'm calling our priority completion rate at yellow. Not a lot of stuff due. Some of the KPIs are green, some are red, some yellow, so I'm calling it in the middle. Wins and lessons so far for the quarter, there's been big energy in recruiting and marketing. Really love the fact that we're dedicating a lot of resources and energy and innovation to recruiting for repair experts and marketing for repair. Love the fact that I was able to get involved with Richmond and Hampton Roads with Mr. Fix-It early to start integrating that for repair and for post-install. Some of the lessons so far we've learned is we just need to over-recruit to keep headcount stable. You know, we have to expect some level of attrition, and we're at a point now on the team where you know, we have one person leave, and it could be in a strategic area, and it adds a lot of stress. And we've seen that so far in CAP, especially with only having one repair expert there running leads, covering a very large area. So over recruiting, keeping the headcount coming in, that's been a huge focus for us. On the left, you'll see our initial annual forecast for revenue and headcount. And on the right, you'll see how we adjusted our targets quarter by quarter in gray, and also how we performed, unfortunately, in red. But we're growing faster today than we ever have, so we're still focused on our annual targets. For repair revenue, we fell short on our first and second quarter targets. That's why you'll see the adjustment up higher for the third and fourth quarter. Obviously very early in the third quarter so far, so not a lot to report, but we're going to need a huge fourth quarter to meet that $6.64 million target for the year, and that's going to be dependent upon getting a lot of new repair experts in here and keeping the schedules full as they have been. As far as headcount goes, we planned on already being at 30 on the team. We finished last quarter at 23. With the 3 in training plus the 6 we're looking to add this quarter, we're hoping to finish this quarter with 32 repair experts on staff. That's amazing if we can do that. And then by the end of the year, 38. And that could change depending on how Richmond and Hampton Roads goes. Without question, we wanted to be further along than we are, but that fact does not lessen the incredible contributions and all the hard work the repair team and its partners across the business have done so far this year. There are plenty of good reasons to be optimistic. We've got amazing new people and potential from our markets in Virginia. We're constantly innovating in recruiting and marketing, and we'll never stop trying new things in repair either. There's plenty of 2025 left. Let's go get it.
Good morning, PJ family. John Yurka here to discuss our window and door initiative. It's hard to believe we are halfway through 2025 already. Let me just say, it has been an exciting year so far with lots of solid progress towards achieving our year-end targets this quarter. Let's recap some of our goals, achievements, and lessons from Q2 and see what's in store for Q3. Our goal for this quarter was to achieve $7.2 million in revenue with 51.5% GP and an average sales ticket of $15,000 with a 40% close rate. The progress and results we achieved from Q1 set the stage for some of our successes in Q2. We started this quarter off extremely hot with a record-breaking month in April, completing over $2.5 million in revenue. This is the first time in PJ history to achieve this benchmark with window and door. We followed up in May just a bit short of our target. However, we picked things up in June and crushed our goal by over 10%. This quarter, we are able to achieve our goals 2 out of 3 months, and all 3 months were over $2 million in revenue. This is yet again another record for the team. This just proves consistent efforts equal consistent results. Our install volume for the quarter came in just a bit shy of our targeted revenue with just over $7 million completed. Let me just say, there were more than a few hurdles to cross over this quarter, one of which was weather. We have all heard of April showers bringing May flowers, but this year it's been April showers, bring May showers, bringing June showers with late blooms. This quarter, we were rained out roughly 14 days, causing unanticipated delays and adjustments to our pack schedule. We also had manufacturing delays with tempered glass from one of our partners, causing more stress on our ability to achieve the goals we set. With that said, I do want to give a huge shout out to our window and door PC team for doing amazing work, shifting our teams and making necessary adjustments. I also want to give some praise to all the team members that volunteered their Saturdays to make up for rain days. This group surely knows how to live by our core values, and it's clearly visible in how they embrace the team and take ownership of their roles daily. Our results for GP fell short of where we want to be, although it was a slight improvement over Q1. Current numbers show us coming in at 47.1%. One key project that was completed late in the quarter was our dual labor payout forms to ensure our labor payouts are consistent with our budgeted rates. This is certain to help us towards our GP goals, and we should see dividends in Q3. Our average ticket and our close rate were a cause of concern almost all quarter. We ended the quarter with a 33% close rate and an average ticket well below our target, averaging $13,808 per sale. However, early results of Q3 are promising and headed in the right direction. I know by now everyone has heard of Medida, the virtual measuring technology we are utilizing to advance our business into the future. Well, we have seen a ton of success and have learned just as many lessons along the way. With Kyle Miller and the dedicated Medida staff leading the charge, we were able to incorporate this platform fully with our PHL team members and have expanded through several markets. We also added the technology to our Engage platform and our scripting, so our customers are fully aware of the benefits this platform presents. Now let's look at what's in store for Q3 and what we plan to achieve. We adjusted our goals to make up for some of our shortfalls between Q1 and Q2. Our goal for Q3 is $7,500,610 with 51.5% GP and a steady average sales ticket of $15,000 with a close rate of 40%. Now how are we going to do that? We are going to emphasize our focus on the Medida platform. Through sales, we will be focusing on consistent and proper use of the platform. We will be training all our HIC team members with this technology and incorporating these methods from the starting gate. We will be centralizing this process and building a team that can accurately measure and verify the project details virtually. This will drastically improve our cycle times while giving the customers a better experience, which in turn will give us the potential to complete additional revenue inside of each month. We will also be placing focus on our newer markets such as New York and Virginia. Their growth will be a huge step in helping us to achieve our revenue targets. Well, we have a lot of work this quarter to focus on, but I am confident we will be witnessing more milestones as the year progresses. Let's keep this momentum rolling, team.
It's me again, but I'm lucky I'm here with Renee. She's our team's administrator. Everyone already knows Renee. She needs no introduction, but I wanted to introduce her anyway. But we're here to talk about the fashion show.
Thank you so much, Teresa. Back in May, team, we had our very first PJ Fashion show, and in true PJ fashion, there was a green carpet runway and all.
As you can see, we got all the fun on camera too. Hope you enjoy this as much as we did here in Newcastle.
While it may have seemed like a tease, we're here to tell the team that new swag is officially on the way this summer. Keep your eyes on Motivosity all month long for more and new items and styles to become available.
Who knows, you may even want to browse our swag before your next beach trip. We've got beach towels, new hats on the way, and so many more apparel items.
New items are officially available today. Just visit Motivosity to redeem. Remember team, every time you use your 5 Fitzbucks, you receive an extra 2 Fitzbucks.
Items are shipped to you directly in one of these awesome, amazing packages. So happy shopping, team. Bye.
Hey folks, Pete Fitzpatrick Jr. here with a quick update from PJ's Giving Hammer. And this one's especially for the animal lovers out there. Something that's been on my wish list for a while is having dog treats available for our team when you're out in the field. Well, I'm happy to share that after some searching around, we found a great options with Waggies by Maggie and Friends. Waggies is a nonprofit based in Wilmington, Delaware that employs individuals with intellectual disabilities, and they make some fantastic all-natural dog treats. Being able to support their mission is awesome. For this initial run in PHL, you'll find a treat station set up in the big kitchen in Newcastle. We've got chicken, peanut butter, and sweet potato biscuits, all with ingredient labels on the back for allergy awareness. Feel free to grab a handful when you're heading out to see a customer, or take some home if you've got a pup of your own. I'll be working to get stations set up in our other markets very soon. Also, if you catch any of our customers' pets or your own enjoying the treats, send a photo to me or Paul Mendenhall. And it doesn't have to just be enjoying the treats. We love any animal pictures. We'll be raffling off a special Waggies gift basket for one lucky participant. We're passionate about animals here at PJ Fitzpatrick's Giving Hammer. And as you probably noticed during our recent Take Your Pet to Work Day, it's something we love to celebrate. Over the years, we've covered adoption fees for team members, adopting from local shelters such as Faithful Friends and the SPCA. If you're ever thinking about bringing a furry friend home, please feel free to reach out to me directly via email. We may be able to cover the adoption fees for you. Thanks everyone, and don't worry cat lovers, I haven't forgotten your four-legged companions either. I'm working on it. Now, if you'll excuse me.
As busy as we are, it always makes me feel good that we still give back to the community in which we operate. Well, great job everybody this quarter, and everyone stay cool out there and dodge those raindrops. We'll see you next quarter.
Bye. Thanks for your time.